How's it going? How's everybody doing? So today I'm back to bring you another review, or in today's case, it's more like an overview of a house that I've been exploring recently that I'm quite impressed with. So earlier this year, a brand reached out to me and they offered to send me some samples. So I politely accepted, and I've been exploring them. I explored them, spent quite a bit of time with them last month, and I've even been wearing them quite a bit this month, and we're only in the first week. And so I've just been really impressed with this brand. I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about them and throw them on people's radar. So the name of the brand is called Dee April. That's D-E-E, and then April like the month. And they're based out of Denmark. They have 3 perfumes that they offer at the moment. They have kind of really simple titles. So it's Parfum, Parfum I, and Parfum II. And all 3 of these fragrances were, the nose behind them is Margaux Le Paih Guérin, or Guérin, I think. Please forgive me for any butchering of that name or the mispronunciation, but I've just been super impressed. So I just wanted to kind of jump into the fragrances, tell you kind of a brief overview. I'm going to be doing more posted on my Instagram, where I'll do a bit of a write-up that goes a little bit more in depth. And I'm hoping to do a first impressions video with someone as well, to kind of get their thoughts and then kind of share what my first impressions were, even though I didn't record them. But yeah, so anyways, so be on the lookout for more, if these pique your interest, more content on these. So this one is Parfum. We'll start with Parfum. They come in these nice, sleek, modern, travel size. This is what they sent as their samples, so 20 ml. Thank you for this, by the way. And they fit nice and snug. And it will say Dee April Parfum. Put a nice little dent in that already. I love these, how they fit so snug in here. And then I was like, oh, how am I gonna know which is which? But on the bottom they have Dee April and then Parfum down there. And so I'll give you the notes of this one first. So we have in Parfum, we have Bergamot, Nutmeg, Orris, Violet, Leather, Ambergris, Oud, Oak Moss, Tobacco, Labdanum, Saffron, Guaiacwood, Vetiver, Sandalwood, and Cedarwood. And so, God, this is so good. I'll go ahead and give a little taste of the atomizer here. Great atomizer. And this fragrance is very much up my alley of things that I like. I like things that are kind of leathery, some with boozy elements. I like little accents of smoke, woody. That's kind of like when people can throw a combination of those in. Like there's a vast array of combinations you can use to achieve that. It's really good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there's Cannabis also up at the top, and we'll get into that. So this one opens with a big blast of leather. The Bergamot is up top, just kind of highlighting the top. And then there's a bit of a smoky element, right? And then as that leather, like over the next few minutes, it softens out and kind of fades a little bit. It's less pronounced, but it doesn't go away. And then you get hints of that cannabis coming through, and it's almost like if someone had went and sparked up and then they had thrown on top of that a new leather jacket. And that's kind of the blast of leather I get. It's like that new leather coat, new leather jacket. And then it has this powderiness that kind of comes in later on. So I would say, like, overall it's like a dry, powdery, woody leather fragrance. But that powderiness, it is not, and I think this DNA, they all kind of have this powdery element in them, and it's very nice. It is not baby powder and is not overly cosmetic, which I struggle with. So it just feels really refined. It feels mature, and it's a great fragrance. Then we go to this one, which is Parfum I, And the notes in this are saffron, geranium, cashmere woods, ambergris, ambroxan, Haitian vetiver, patchouli, and woody notes. So to get into this one, this is my favorite, by the way. I'm a sucker for incense fragrances. Although this doesn't list incense, the way that it's built or composed, the way it's crafted, it has you get this saffron and the geranium kind of come together. There's a smoky element to them, so they give off this sense of like incense, and it's really a beautiful combination right up top. Then again, it recedes, and we're left with this powderiness, but it almost feels like the ash from incense that's still giving off this fragrance. I would say this has a bit of a leather undertone as well. And to me, it feels like that leather undertone kind of, it's in the back at first. And then as the incense, that geranium saffron kind of recedes, it morphs into this really soft suede. And then you have that powdery element with the geranium saffron still there, but less pronounced. And it almost feels like it's this muddling of the soft suede and the powdery. Super elegant, sophisticated. Yeah, it's my favorite of the three. And then Parfum II, I thought was the most interesting of the three. And I'll give you the notes of that. So cardamom, cinnamon, eucalyptus, saffron, Davana, fir, amber, rum, pine, cypress, cedar, and other woody notes. And this is so therapeutic, and it feels, again, very elevated, almost luxurious, spa-like kind of blend. You have the spiciness up top. You have a soft eucalyptus. Now, eucalyptus can be a really strong ingredient, but it's really kind of balanced well. Definitely offers a freshness that goes without saying. And then the spices at the top also, I don't know if it's mixing like the spices and the Davana or I think that's what it is. It creates, to me, almost like a cherry liqueur booziness up top that sits above that soft eucalyptus. And then as this transitions, that eucalyptus gets handed off to a pine. And so for those people that really like green fragrances, this would be the one that you would probably gravitate to. Anyways, I really love this brand. I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm gonna be posting some more reviews on Instagram. I'll be doing some stuff here on YouTube to kind of get into it a little bit more. And so be on the lookout for that. I recommend, if any of those piqued your interest, grab these 20 mLs. These are really nice. They give you a really thorough experience with the brand. Like I said, these are they feel very luxurious. They feel elevated. They feel sophisticated and mature. They are not like this young, kind of childlike fragrance. They feel like they're for really sophisticated, elegant, mature, when you're wanting to give off that vibe, or if you feel that that's who you are, like in that complements who you are, these would be perfect. I highly recommend them. And like I said, they all have that kind of a little bit of a powdery element, but it's a very refined powdery element that's beautifully fragranced. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I do have more to say on them, and I'll get into deeper reviews, but for a general overview, I think that's kind of, yeah, that's what I'm gonna offer up for today. I appreciate you for dropping in, watching this video. This is a new YouTube channel, so I appreciate any support that can be given. For those who have supported from the beginning, huge thank you. For those that haven't, if you could comment, like, subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. I just love talking about the fragrances that I like, and it's perfect opportunity to just share it with you. I just get excited, so to share some of that is a joy for me. So thank you for your time, and until next time, peace.